So in a flurry of events that saw Newcastle United and Manchester United get knocked out of the FA Cup, and also saw Mateta securing a very scary injury. This weekend also saw Barcelona topping the La Liga chart after beating Real Sociedad in their last match. But before we dive right into it, please click that subscribe button to get more news and sport updates from us. Sit back and enjoy the recap.
Yes, quite a lot happened this weekend, and let's get straight into it. Of course, for the first time, maybe in a while, Arsenal are getting a little bit of a reprieve. But first of all, Manchester United seem not to be able to catch a break at the moment. All right, of course, our own Calvin Bassey, all right, inflicting pain on Manchester United as Fulham took on Manchester United in the FA Cup at Old Trafford, and Bruno Fernandes might have tried to bring them back. The game went into overtime, penalties, and Joshua Zirkzee had the opportunity to probably put them ahead or probably keep them in the game, and he fluffed his lines, and ultimately it was celebration for the London team, and once again Manchester United failing in another competition. They still have the Europa League hanging in the balance, but certainly a lot of people will be asking questions about how things will play out. This is how the quarterfinals actually look like. Fulham will take on Crystal Palace, Preston North End will take on Aston Villa, AFC Bournemouth will take on Manchester City, Brighton and Hove will take on either Ipswich or Nottingham Forest as it stands right now. So Manchester United's chance to actually win a trophy domestically has got up in flames, I must say that. So quickly away from that, Barcelona right now, as menacing as it comes, top of the table in the La Liga standings, 4-0 yesterday against Real Sociedad, running rings and riots against every other team that they've actually come against this weekend. This midweek, their mettle will be tested, of course, in the Champions League. But let's see how it goes. But in the meantime, in the La Liga, they've taken control of that particular title race. As it stands right now, you can actually see 3 points separating them from their arch rivals, talking about Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, hot on their heels. All right, just 1 point separating them, 57, 56, and 54. Real Madrid losing over the course of the weekend to Real Betis. So that's how the cookie is shaping up in the Spanish Premier Division. Over the course of the weekend, something crazy did happen. Jean-Philippe Mateta, a Crystal Palace player, had his head almost ripped off. He needed 25 stitches. All right, this was a game in the FA Cup between Millwall and Crystal Palace, and it is unfortunate. Now, moving on, of course, Mateta is okay. And this is what he has to say. Thank you for all the kind messages. I'm doing well. I hope to be back very soon and stronger than ever. I love you. This is what Jean-Philippe Mateta had to say after that horrendous clash. There are some saying that the goalkeeper, the goalkeeper has actually even called Mateta at the hospital to wish him the very best. But people are saying that the red card is not enough. He should be suspended. He should get more. Yeah, and let's see how it goes. But it's funny that Michael Oliver, the referee on the day, did not even adjudge that to be a red card. Strange.
Right. Okay, let me go. Great news over the weekend for the team. Manchester United, I don't know how they're going to come out of this. And on Friday, or was it Thursday, we were still talking about how, the glory days of Man U and how it looks like it's far away. Very soon, we'll be talking about Man U fighting relegation.
I don't think that it will ever be that bad.
I know, this is football.
I don't think it will ever be that bad.
They will swap anybody. In fairness, yes, you're right. This season wouldn't look like that at all. And it's just that they don't seem to be catching a break. But I wanted to ask, Victor Osimhen seems to be the man of the moment. There are two news stories around. On one hand, Manchester United might activate his release clause by summer, and also that Arsenal, even though we talked about Arsenal being interested in him last year, that they're still interested in Osimhen. What is the credence to that? Because it would be really great to see him play in the Premier League. He's doing
speculations. Now the big question is, what has changed? It will be the question.
Yes.
Because Manchester United and Arsenal have always been in the market, and they've actually cited Victor Osimhen, scouted him, but his asking price and probably some of his attitude might have put them off. The truth is this, that should not be. Because when you're looking for a marquee striker, you go for a marquee striker. They instead went for Rasmus Højlund. And
Arsenal went for Havertz.
Yes, and it didn't work out. And right now they are now going, they're almost trying to go back to the man they rejected, because what they felt was a very suited alternative has turned out to be a dud, literally. So let's see how it goes.
So if
Osimhen
Man U
has a decision to make
Osimhen,
this weekend.
let's
I mean,
see
this summer.
If Osimhen would be the one to bring Man U out of the doldrums,
Let's see how
that would
it
be
goes.
fantastic.
Let's see how it goes. Over the weekend, he, by the way, he scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so shocking that the same Manchester United that had a Ruud van Nistelrooy in the strike force today is dealing to have with is fighting to get a proper striker. The same Manchester United that had the likes of Dwight Cole and the Dwight York and the Cole, Teddy Sheringham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Upley, you know, and these were Wayne Rooney, and these were world-class strikers. Is struggling to have a striker. I think their buys have been shambolic. I think Amorim too has been shambolic. Has been shambolic to say the least. I don't think he has a grip on that team. He can complain from today till infinity. You know why I said so? When Alex Ferguson was there, Alex Ferguson didn't use the higher mighty players. He used what he had and turned them into superstars. He turned the likes of Chicharito into superstars. He turned the likes of Daniel Welbeck into superstars.
No, but
he turned the likes of even Robin van Persie, despite his injury-prone situation, into a superstar. Alex Ferguson went in there to bolster his midfield. He begged Paul Scholes to come back from retirement to play one season, and that one season was one of Paul Scholes' best ever. He did what he could with the players on ground. He did what he could with the bulk of the class of 92 team. So
Yes,
it's not
he
that
did
you
that.
will hear that Alex Ferguson bought any player that were extraterrestrial to Man United. He used the resource on ground.
Eric,
So
no,
you
but
will
he he was able to
are not
mix the
doing well.
superstars with average players. Eric Cantona came in highly rated.
Who were the superstars?
Eric Cantona, for example.
Eric Cantona, it was when he came to Manchester United, he became an ascendancy of stars. He was just a budding
No,
player
Eric
before
Cantona
he
came into Manchester United
He was- see,
with
he
a
was-
label.
no.
That's the point.
See,
and it has always happened.
what
Robin
was-
van
what
Persie
was
also
the
came into
label?
Manchester United with a label.
No, what was the label Eric Cantona?
Because when you remember,
the
Van
bad boy
Persie had scored over
appeal,
30 goals
the
before he came to Manchester
temperamental
United.
appeal, but they were not stars until they came to United. United now amplified their stardom. Let's call it what it is.
They
I
might have
watched
amplified it.
I watched all
Yes,
of them.
but they were still
so forget
stars
it.
before they came in.
They were not big times. What was the transfer fee of Nistelrooy?
Nistelrooy might not have cost an arm and a leg, but guys like Rio Ferdinand cost them a lot when they go
apart
from
Rio
Leeds.
Ferdinand. So, but he made
Cantona cost
them
them a lot.
something. Why can't these other coaches do something?
Poor management.
We are saying the same thing.
Poor management.
Well, I have a particular interest in Victor Osimhen. I
Yeah.
think, he serves them right if they didn't take him and they're suffering. That's their pain. And I think,
war is as a result of Osimhen
Yes,
not
probably.
coming.
yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing. But I also think, those who say they're not taking Osimhen because of his attitude or because of his price are wrong. A good manager will be able to manage Osimhen, and somebody who wants him should
No, that's
pay-
why.
should pay his price.
No, that's why Arsenal are where they are.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal have always chosen the easier route
Yeah.
and chosen players with less baggage. Because, for example, they had the opportunity to sign Ivan Toney, and they said no because Ivan Toney comes with a lot of baggage, and Mateta said no. He didn't want to deal with that. Of course, that's the same thing that happened with the likes of Aubameyang, the likes of Lacazette.
Yeah.
He doesn't like players with baggage, and if you want to win great things, you have to be able to accommodate the eccentricity of some of these players.
That is the word. That is the key word, eccentricity. And that is the whole essence of being a star.
Yes.
You stand out. Outstanding means not only in performance, but also in character and behavior.
True.
The duty of the manager is to, yes, be able to have a framework of discipline, but also accommodate outstanders, outliers.
But Arteta comes from the ilk of managers that don't like problem. Pep Guardiola, Maresca.
I was going to say,
Arteta.
even Ferguson, because if you recall with him and Beckham, one of the reasons why they
But
had
he
a falling out
managed
just
them.
yeah, but after a while,
No, but he was able to manage someone like a
Manage
Cantona.
them.
Cantona, it doesn't come as
it
worse
takes
as
a lot
Cantona.
to be able to, as
You
a
know what
manager,
Cantona
to continuously
You know why?
manage bad
You know
behavior.
why it was called Who Ha Cantona? You know what Cantona did?
No, he managed him.
You know how Cantona kicked out his boot and it hit a player.
A player, yeah.
You know how Cantona will always fly his collar, but he still managed him, and in his career, he still always gave that respect to Ferguson. So forget it. Beckham was already ready to chase money. I mean, if you read my side, even before that altercation happened that he flung the boot and he hit
yeah.
Beckham, Beckham was already eyeing stardom in Real Madrid and more money as at that point in time.
Yeah, but if you watch
After they had
Beckham's
made
side,
it.
Beckham was disappointed that almost as if Ferguson let him down because he saw him as a father figure. He cut his teeth in Manchester United and then was dropped off like that because of what he saw as he had a conflict of egos.
The beautiful about Beckham was he made his decision in life.
Yeah.
And that decision is paying off,
Yeah.
regardless of
And
whatever
he went to
was
America,
said.
see what is the team he has today. He has a
And the same
minimal
about
local
Ferguson.
ownership.
He had no
Yes.
fear to
Correct.
take on anybody.
Oh, yeah.
He could accommodate, so he could discipline them. He could change them. He could bench anybody.
That's the man from governance.
And that is, that's why Ferguson.
Proper
Ferguson.
working class background. Govern for you, Scotsman. You don't like it, you don't like it. He's firm. And that's why he got results. I think discipline is.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section and please subscribe to this channel and I'll see you on the next one.